Hey, Metal Max here, and you may notice we are at the Fat City Emporium in the back studio room here, and I'm joined by Dale of Stone Room.
Nice to be here, Max. Thanks.
And I've also got Jamie, who actually happens to run the Emporium here. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great.
So I guess what you're getting here today is a special 2-for-1 style interview. You know, now obviously you look at the stuff that we have right here, which that was actually made here at the Emporium by Jamie himself. And why don't you tell us a little bit about this stuff?
Yeah, so it's all welded up metal. It's pretty sweet. Here's a little mask you guy made the other day for Halloween. I'm not quite finished with that one. And then I got my sweet little flask here, stainless steel. And then this pyramid here, stainless steel as well.
Now, obviously, you've been at this for like how long now?
Oh, probably 3 or 4 years of welding. Now I'm starting to get into the art side of it. It's pretty awesome. Worked at a bunch of factories. And yeah, now I'm just kind of starting to do my own thing. And yeah, it's awesome.
That's great, man. Now, obviously, you make a lot of different types of things for like, stuff that can easily be used in as fashion in terms of heavy metal or hardcore or punk rock. As a matter of fact, I understand you actually have a couple of stuff with the Ask Metal Max name on it.
Oh yeah, I got some. Oh shit, it's over there. But yeah, I got some name tags, some dog tags, bracelets, all sorts of stuff. Whatever anyone needs, pretty much, I can make. It's pretty fun.
You heard it here first, folks. Now, Jamie, I gotta ask. Have you ever attempted to use any of this stuff before?
Use that stuff there. I'm pretty.
I mean, anything that's welded in terms of for heavy metal music, like.
Hey, the flask is pretty metal. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it
It
is.
fits certain lifestyles.
Yeah.
You know, if you like liquor, it's a great tool. Holds it, convenient, and the best part is I made it with a lock. So if you're drinking over at a friend's house, you can just lock it, take the key off, and then there's no way anyone can open this. It's unstoppable.
Hey, very true, man. Very true. Although I kind of almost looked at that thing as like almost something similar to what you'd see in a gasoline can.
Oh yeah.
Or anything you'd see in those Looney Tunes cartoons with the Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. Meep meep.
You could put this thing on like a motorcycle, and it would just look like an oil can, or whatever. No one will know it's full of liquor.
Now, now getting to the subject of metal music in general. Jamie, why don't you tell me a little bit of what Stone Room is up to right now?
Dale.
I mean, Dale.
That's Jamie.
Of course. All right. Force of habit.
Oh, yeah.
You understand that. Dale, what's happening with Stone Room right now? Give us a lowdown.
Well, we got ourselves a show coming up November 6th at the what the heck is it now? The Red Zone, they're calling it. Used to be the old Annex. We got our friends Cold Black River and Saurus. They're going to be playing along, so that'll be an excellent show.
And I understand that you guys have also pretty much finished up an album.
Almost, yeah. It's almost there. We got a few things to track vocal-wise. Other than that, it's about ready to get mixed down. So that'll be pretty fun to get that out there and promote the heck out of that. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Now describe in your own words describe in your own words some of the tunes that you guys have recorded, and sort of like if they relate to anything like personal experiences in your life.
Well, Mikey does most of the songwriting, but yeah, there's definitely some personal aspects in there. Nuclear Winter is one of our songs that kind of rings true. I remember when we first started writing that, and we were playing in Joey's garage in Oregon, and it was freezing outside, and we barely had any heat in there, so it always kind of reminds me of that. And of course, there's a song, Snake Oil. It's about a certain someone that Mikey wrote that song about. So there's definitely some things that are pretty personal. So
it sounds like it. Have you ever... Now, Jamie, have you ever heard Stone Room's music before?
No, I actually haven't. Not that I'm aware of.
Well,
We'll have to fix that.
if
Yeah.
you now, if you had to describe what Stone Room was like to somebody like Jamie here, how would you describe it?
Oh, 80s to 90s thrash mixed with maybe a little bit of grunge, something out of the 90s. Oh, yeah, maybe a little bit of Motorhead in there. Definitely some Nirvana, like 90s, Soundgarden influences tossed in there. So, interesting sound. And also, I'm a fan of the stoner doom, like grunge metal sort of thing. So,
I hear a little bit of Trouble / Alice in Chains in there.
yeah, it's that too. Mikey's a big fan of Alice in Chains. We always try to play that the old sour note, kind of drag out a little bit. Sounds like something crawling out of the mud,
Think that's something you'd probably listen to?
I'd give it a shot, for sure.
Now, yeah, what are some of your favorite bands local-wise?
Oh,
If
boy.
you've ever seen any of them before.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like Fire Retarded. They're pretty rad. And the Hussy. Yeah, they're good times. There's actually a big Turkey Fest coming up next weekend. It's going to be awesome. It's 3 days of music.
And where is it at?
It's at Mickey's on, I think, Friday night. And then Saturday night, they're at the Crystal Corner. And Sunday night, I'm not sure where they're at, but it's going to be awesome. It's a full 3-day concert. Tons of bands. I think it's like 15 bands are in town. It's going to be awesome.
Awesome. Now here's a question that I got asked the both of you at once here. Now, would you agree that the Madison music scene, actually, the whole regional scene, is pretty dedicated at keeping forms of hard rock and heavy metal alive via the certain clubs that are around? Like, I mean, you got the Frequency, you even got the Vault, and of course you've got the High Noon Saloon. But I'm just curious. I mean, do you find more and more good quality bands coming out now than you did, say, like, I don't know, the 90s to early 2000s? I'll start with you.
Well, there's definitely a lot of them. And I think, the internet, for one, is just crazy now. No one had that. It's hard to share your music back then, I could imagine. But yeah, now places like the Vault are awesome. You just go there. There's no like rules. You just do whatever, and it's a fun time. It's awesome. I love the Vault. Yeah, and then everything's changing around town. It's starting to get pretty rad in terms of just shows are everywhere. Mickey's is free. There's always a good show there almost every night. Yeah, it's awesome.
And you?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I mean, Madison's growing up a little bit, so there's more talent, more people coming into town. There's more places to play at. You can go down to Roberts, anywhere on the east side. I mean, you go out into a bar, somebody's probably playing some music one way or another. So, yeah.
I would agree with that. I mean, in a lot of ways, we're almost catching up to Austin, Texas, in terms of good music scenes. I mean, at a time where the mainstream music scene's at one of its lows, and all you ever hear on Top 40 radio is Taylor Swift and Justin Bieber. I mean, it's like well, why are you even trying to listen to mainstream stations to hear good rock music? Because there's a thriving underground going on right now. Forget about that. I'd say that's how I would describe it.
Oh, 100%, man. It doesn't matter what radio station you listen to. It's the same 8 songs over and over and over and over. It's just horrible. I mean, how many times can you listen to Journey? Like, for real. Oh. At my work, our MP3 player and CD player is broken. We are constantly shuffling through the same 8 shitty radio stations. For a while, we were listening exclusively to pop country. That is some great, great music.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with the sarcasm there.
Of course, yeah. So now, obviously, I think it's amazing. I mean, clearly, I feel like there's a lot more enthusiasm when it comes to shows that are happening in Madison. I mean, even though we're not necessarily known as a heavy metal town, we're more hip hop / indie rock and whatnot. That doesn't mean metal music and hardcore music in general isn't getting a bit of a draw at shows, because it's like, I mean, you have to look at the draw at shows for a different story in terms of the numbers. And I mean, yes, at indie rock shows, you see a lot of people, but, you know, metal's kind of got its own fan base, and I think that's the way it ought to be. So, anyway, wrapping this up, why don't you tell the viewers out there, you know, where they can, if they can buy your stuff and where they can find you.
Well, right now there's not much in terms of for sale yet, so I'm just starting out working for myself. But I'm gonna have a website coming up soon, and yeah, I'm gonna start trying to sell it online, or obviously at stores around Madison.
Earwax, maybe?
Yeah, I could do earwax. Sell some flasks there.
You hear that, Earwax?
I'm coming for you.
All right. And let's talk about, real quick, you said you have Stone Room shows on the 6th, but anything else beyond that? Like, you know, any more shows or music video plans or whatnot?
Yeah, as soon as I get that record done, we'll probably do a music video through Acme. Yeah, as far as shows go, we're just kind of do, you know, one a month, just kind of taking it easy for now. Trying to write some new material, get the record finished up. So
Good
as
idea.
soon as that's done, yeah, we'll be out the door, coming for you. Come see us.
And real quick, here's the last bonus question. Do you think the Packers are going to go to the Super Bowl this year?
Hell yeah. I don't really follow football, but I love the fucking Packers.
Absolutely, yeah. Should be 5-0.
You heard it here. You heard it here first, folks. Let's hope that they can make it 6-0 after today's game. All right, this is Metal Max, and you'll expect to see this on the website within a couple of days. Hopefully sooner than that.